Probably best to watch this on TV, get a snack and a cup of tea. I had a 5-hour drive like this. Had to have the sunroof cover open to fit in all the boxes, but I love coming here though. The skyscrapers are cool. Just a shame I barely spend any time in Manchester itself. Here's my table. I'll be honest, I smell really bad. After setting this up, 8.5 hours, pretty much non-stop. I'm sweating buckets doing it. But it was well worth the effort. I'm so hyped to get this on display. But this video isn't about my mock, so I'll just skim past this. I will be doing a video going into the details about this soon, so check it out. All I'll say about the city, it's just fantastic to be able to walk around it, especially the sides that are close to the wall in the house. Thank you so much, truly, to everyone who said so many kind words, all the people who were inspired by my build. I can't thank you enough to all the fans who came to see me. Lots of folks asking me for selfies, which is nice. I'm happy to do it. Just ask, don't be shy. Anyways, back to the show, and this is a mock showcase, so I don't bother talking about the traders or the shopping. I have tried to capture as many displays as possible, and obviously my favourites. I always have a top 10 who I give a token of appreciation to, and I give my 11th one to my best in show. I had way more than 10 favourite displays, but I stick to 10. And this right here is my best in show. I honestly think this is the best, most inventive, creative, just sublime wee creation at Bricktastic. Even just the canteen on its own is a masterpiece to me. It's this classic space micro space base. And I am completely taken with the cuteness. There's just something about the composition of the figures, the lighting, the stud-free interiors. It is perfect. There's just such atmosphere, like I'm waiting for them to move about. It just looks so real, even though it's obviously Lego. And then pop up here to this hangar section. It's not cluttered with loads of scenes, it's just the right balance. And then you notice the animations, which I actually didn't at first, you know, the wee monorail up here. But hang on, the spaceship, where did it go? It's amazing. And this wee guy in here. The monorail actually goes behind this door. The landing pad goes down. Not only that, the door closes and sits flush with the rest of the floor. That's mind-blowing to me. Like, it's just so good. So hard to do. The mechanisms and the lighting. I don't even have words, to be honest. I mean, yeah, it's just a Lego display, but I think this is one of the best displays I've ever seen at a Lego show ever. Even on YouTube, even at Chicago Brick World. It really appealed to me, and I'm not even a fan of classic space, so it gets my best in show, well deserved. Now, I have a bit of footage from Friday, which is in shorts mode or TikTok mode, portrait. Sorry, I did film a bit of stuff like this, but not much. That mock hub sign made me laugh. There were quite a few car and garage mocks at the show, but this was one of the most original. Lots of custom vehicles, a real mix of styles, and lots of interesting building techniques. All the accessories and non-vehicle builds as well were done really good. I think it's fantastic. I wish I had got better footage of this in landscape, but hey, it's just, I never came back to film it again. This is one of the towers from the Halo game. Now, even if you're not a fan of the game, I think we can all appreciate how difficult this must have been to get accurate. And it absolutely is accurate. The angles, the dimensions, it's perfect. It's really not easy to do. And even just the platform itself is an excellent build. And then you go on to the landscape around it. Just so much going on. The water is brilliant too. From every angle, this thing looks great. right up my street, a Venator hangar, and gosh, it's huge, and no studs, perfect. I love smooth mocks like this with tiles. It looks like the Lego video game actually. What I like about it though is it's the space. Although there are lots of scenes, they're spread out enough and you can enjoy them more that way. It's well designed, the patterns on the floor, the dark red, exactly as it should be from the Clone Wars era. I love the old gunship. A nice wee army laid out here, that's cool. I like this little scene outside, and I also like that they've included QT Katie, great little droid. This is a joint build by Bricks and Crate Customs, well done. It's Saturday now, first day for the public, and really looking forward to it. On my feet all day yesterday and on my feet again today. You just gotta get through it, but that's what we're here for, and I'm looking forward to it. Wow, this is insane. I have never seen anything like it. How many Mace Windows or Landos did it take to do this? I have no idea how many Zulu figures there are, but there's a lot. And black characters are not very common in LEGO, so it must have been difficult to amass so many. This is, of course, a LEGO depiction of the Battle of Rorke's Drift, which was immortalised in the famous film Zulu, starring Stanley Baker and Michael Caine, which is all about the defeat of roughly 4,000 Zulus by 150 or so British soldiers. It is incredible. I mean, this scale is, wow. The focal point is the outpost in the centre, but it's good to take in the landscape and see the sheer volume of Zulus pouring in. I have actually been here. Believe it or not, it's down the road from Dundee and Glencoe in South Africa, on the way through KwaZulu-Natal to the south coast. I used to live in Pretoria, and we travelled this way to visit family near Durban. An amazing place. The iconic scene of the fire on the roof, very well built here using droid arms. It's amazing. The British soldier figures are custom made and accurate to the time period, as is the layout of the buildings, all accurate. The designer brings this in a van which has shelves inside, a bit like a bakery. They all slide in, so no need to set up all the figures for every show. He was very quickly set up and leaving the show. A very clever system. What a spectacular mock. The new Smart Play, Smart Brick display by LEGO was interesting and incredibly popular with the public. I have a lot to say about this, but it's not for this video. The display was really good. They did a fantastic show at presenting the new sets. They had a very slick video and presentation on the other side of this box thingy here. I went to the talk by the designers, very moderated, and they didn't want any difficult questions, which is understandable. The price is the main point of contention, and how safe is the brick? Will your insides dissolve if you swallow one? I have 3 kids and you'd be amazed at what they try and eat, so I'll be doing a video about this in future. Joanna from High Tea Toys built this incredible mushroom mock, without doubt one of the best things at the show, a real showstopper. I saw her wheeling it in and I thought it was maybe something from the LEGO group themselves. I don't know her, so thought she was someone from the LEGO house setting up a snazzy display. But she made it, it's mental, but in a good way. I think if you did sit in a field eating mushrooms, you'd probably dream up something like this. What can I say? It's incredible. The multi-layered dark to orange with the magenta interior works really well. The detail is full on, but it's not overwhelming. All the lights and the luminescence add so much to the build. I could sit and look at this for ages. It's a bit like looking at a computer game, like a mad level of Mario or something like that. The tree is reworked from Avatar and it's brilliant. I love the numerous mushroom figures going about too. That's one of my wife's favourite figures. They're great. I just enjoyed it. It's a pleasure to look at. The War of the Worlds. Sorry, I filmed this in portrait mode as well. Amazing. The damage to the buildings is done so well. It looks a bit like a World War II mock with broken houses, and the damaged ships, they are my favourite bit actually. don't have much to say. I just can't find the words. So I'll just show you. It's incredible, absolutely incredible. The water effects here for the splashing underneath the hull of the ship as it's tipping into the water, it's so good. But all those chests and boxes that are falling into the water, it's just brilliant. As far as I gather, it took 2 years to get to this point, so what a build. This building in particular, look at the damage. It's amazing. These builders are next level. I spoke to Darren briefly. Great to see them again. Last year they had Maleficent, but the year before they had Jurassic Park and World. They always do something crazy. I believe they are taking a break. No wonder. And they will be back in 2028. But this should go on permanent display somewhere though. I think it really needs to be seen by a lot of people to really take in the art form of Lego, which is kind of represented here. What they did with the pigeons in the city square there, that is so nice. I'm definitely going to steal that idea and use it in my city. What a clever little thing to do. And I love the quotation around the edge of the build. It's just brilliant. Goats, cats, well, every cat actually, every colour of classic space figure, it's all here. I think this is the best colour display collection I've ever seen. And I've seen quite a few people do this in the past, but this is just really nice. Includes every 2x4 brick as well. But check all this out, so many random parts, tools, helmets, shields, it's really good. And as I say, the layout, just very nicely done. This is one of my favourites and it definitely deserves a token. Just wish I had a chance to speak to the builder or collector and never managed to see them every time I went past, so very cool. Wow, do they ever get sick of dark red wedges? This is mental. Now you might recognise a bit of this if you went to Bristol Lego Show. Apparently it's been worked on all the time. I think it's been at Bricktastic in the past. It has been displayed in different places and different levels of completion, so you might be familiar. I'm so glad I actually got to see it for once. It's enormous, it's an understatement, and the detail, wow. It's hard to actually get across the scale of the exterior and the texture, and it really looks nice in this light, this sort of pink hue we've got in the building. But the real delight though is behind here, getting to look at what's going on inside the base. And this of course is the old school Blacktron from the 80s, so the very classic yellow and black coloration, not Blacktron 2, which came in 1992 I think it was. I love these sci-fi roundabouts in each section, very reminiscent of many sci-fi shows, games and movies. It really fits this kind of build. So much work has gone into this, very impressive. Some local wildlife. It just goes on and on. Wow! Cool door there, and you can see outside. Can you believe how big this is? The interior on this corner is some of the best. The lights are perfect. The floor tiles design, that's something else. Just all these wee scenes, so much depth. It's great. You know, I've seen lots of the classic space and different kind of Star Wars mods and things. It's never anything quite like this. This end, which exposes the internal construction, is really cool to see. It reminds me of the four-dimensional blockchain universe we see in the movie Interstellar. Very good. I spoke to the designer and they said they're extending it further and adding even more monorail with a spiral track, so hopefully I see it again in future. Simon, who built this, he absolutely deserves a token, so he's got one. I was also admiring the 3D printed Blacktron figure too. How cool is that? A wee shot of the brick pits when there was no one there. Almost never like this, always busy. I only filmed a small portion of this display. The Vertibird from Fallout, absolute magic, love it. And a Deathclaw and some custom power armor figures from the game franchise. Brotherhood of Steel guy is cool, and Sentinel Prime from Fallout 3, the big figure, sort of robot on the corner there. That's brilliant. Now, one of my favourite Star Wars mocs at the show, I think this is fantastic. The hangar for the ARC 170s and the V-Wings on top, it's great. I'm not complaining, the reflection was a bit of a pain for filming, but it's good for the display, keeps it safe from menacing kids' hands. And see all the lights, it's a lot of work to get it to look this good. I don't think people quite appreciate just what it takes. I like how he's got the year for each one there. I actually have the 2005 one as well. It's funny as the pilots just have black heads with no face. Cool to see the transition to the current version. It's by Mixabricks on YouTube. I checked out his channel, cool stuff. Give him a follow. I do love a clone army. My sons love them too. It's very well presented. I might actually steal his design display myself. It'll look cool in my Lego room. The Tatooine and Tantive displays, very detailed, so much going on. Really enjoyed looking at that. A hive of scum and villainy. Brilliant. No words needed really, just take it in. I mean, I really appreciate it as a Star Wars fan. It's just great. Definitely gets a token from me, even just the hangar for the ARC 170s. Oh, it's just brilliant. I just wish I had a chance to speak to the designer. As always at shows, you know, it's just one of those things that happens. You just end up blethering to people and you just can't see everyone, you can't speak to everyone, but it's just the way it goes, so maybe next year. Now, these guys are bonkers. They always do super detailed, intricate collaborations. Last year was Teal Squadron. This year it's nebulous dwelling creature build. So very, very Star Wars indeed. Lots of references. I particularly like the Purrgil, which is a space whale featured in Rebels. Ezra summons them in the finale in particular memorable kind of episode. There are lots of quirky creature builds, and some of them have shacks on top of them, takeaway kind of street food buildings. It's just really, really weird. Brilliant though. This is the Purrgil build. I think it's a Purrgil moving, and wow, that articulation is something. I don't want to take away from the other builds, but you know, this is just magic. Just a wealth of Star Wars lore and figures packed into all of this. I like the Loth cat in the doorway, the cats that live on Lothal. The orange shine is in Orbosh, a sort of Star Wars English. And I'm pretty sure that says Star Wars. Very cool. The turtle, I mean, wow, another great build. It's all good. I mean, all of it just as a complete piece. Although it's a collaborative thing, you know, they all just fit together. It's amazing. The Nautilus shell, stunning. ship is a beautiful build. The horse-like creature, I think, is a fathier being led into the back of the ship. Again, just too much to convey in such a short video. Very interesting, very clever design techniques. I think these guys are always trying to outdo each other about how good they can make things and how interesting they can make it. Master builders, absolutely. Constitution class ship, the original series Enterprise was one like this, although this is the refit version for the Enterprise A in this sort of space dock cradle. It's a cool idea to display this. Very, very good. As with anything round or oval in LEGO, very complex to get that saucer section correct. And you know, I actually like how there aren't stickers on this. You don't need it. It's not necessarily the Enterprise either, it could be any number of Federation vessels of its class, so, you know, just enjoy the build, take it in. Ben Smith built this and he's done a great job. Just look at that surface of the saucer bit. Wow. These folks are coming up to Edinburgh this year, so I'm looking forward to chatting with them some more. Their display is amazing. LEGO through the ages, from the wooden duck to the 90s. Their collection here is proper interesting and features some key iconic sets. Those Matchbox sets are in great condition, really, really nice to see. And I love a shell truck, love that one. This vintage stuff is brilliant, a great reminder of how things have evolved. Oh, those figures, nice. The yellow castle, look at that, wow. I still have that racing set. We got it for Christmas in 1989 when I was 5. I still remember it. Me and my sister played with it all the time, and I've still got all the pieces. Also, one of my favourite helicopter sets, one of the best lights and sound sets ever made, just great. I had all these play sets except the shell garage. Ah, wow, takes me back. Just so much to take in. Can't wait to see this again. One of the best displays at the show. Controversial opinion, but I think Chopper has more personality than R2, to be honest. You know, he's one of the funniest droids. Nice to see this representation of him. This is by Graham and Ali, who are part of the incredible team behind many of the best and biggest shows in Scotland, Summerlee and Edinburgh. They're from Bryyk 8, and the Chopper 3D picture, it's outstanding. I love it. This 3D printed droid with classic space logo, how cool is that? And the sign is a nice addition as well. But these supernatural figures from the show and this display, it's just so good. Absolutely love it. I'm trying not to go mental over Star Wars builds, but this is one of the best, and it's nice to see something like the Skeleton cruise ship, the Onyx Cinder, get some love. I thought the show was really good. It's a shame it got less attention and it was sandwiched between terrible shows like The Acolyte, but hey, check out this build. It is so accurate. It's not easy to get these angles and the coloration right, plus all the lights. It's very nicely presented too on this Starfield cloth, and of course the brick built sign is a nice addition, and the stands. I don't normally like studs on shows in LEGO builds, but the texture it adds to this build is perfect. Definitely getting a token this one. Minecraft is so neglected, I think, as a theme. You don't see much of it at LEGO shows. This mock is amazing. I love the smooth tile surface. Very nice. Lots to see here, and a wealth of key characters and animals from the games. Jurassic Park display, so much packed into this, but it's not too much, it's not overwhelming. There's a wide variety of dinosaurs, old and new ones. The gate is brilliant. It's a really nice layout. Mosasaurus in the back. I especially like the T-Rex with the sign wrapped around her torso. That's really good. Lots of the iconic scenes depicted here. Dennis crashing his Jeep as well. T-Rex breaking out. Love it. Another dinosaur build, and something you don't see very often, especially at this scale. A Titanosaurus, Brontosaurus type fella here. I can't remember exactly what it is. It is written down, but wow, what a build. Sean has done an amazing job on this. The landscape is fantastic, and these predators snapping at it down here. Ah, it's so good. Next to the skeleton build as well, of course, and this life-sized guy here, terrifying. Absolutely outstanding. An Indiana Jones display. As far as I remember, this is a collab from a lug featuring key scenes from across the original movies, using the old sets from the first wave of Indiana Jones sets back in the day, and some of these are worth a few bob actually. Again, another theme that gets a bit neglected by the LEGO community. There was a LEGO Indiana Jones video game, years ago, which was great. It just seems to have kind of fallen to the wayside a wee bit. The submarine bay, that's a great build. I like all the details, the cranes are cool. The Luftwaffe flying wing plane, yes, nice. I love that scene. This looks great. Venice, so nice, brilliant. If you don't know what this is, you're probably thinking, this looks a bit weird, this map looks a bit weird, but it's not weird at all, because this is Risk, the greatest board game of all time, where you actually need some skill to play. Unlike Monopoly, you just roll the dice and go around. This is a great game. It's as much a psychological game as a tactical one, trying to outwit your chums or family when playing, and you can actually play this version. The play pieces with the soldiers, the artillery, the dragoons or the cavalry, it's just so good. Now, this quirky castles themed series of builds here, just so much atmosphere. I love the ghosts, lots of great parts usage here, lovely minifigures, the wee bridge there. It's just cool. It's just a really cool display. I just like how they've made this little path that you follow to all these little scenes. And this market here, what a cracking wee scene. Lovely, all the wee details there, nice series of builds. The wagon is simple, but it's super cute. I really like that. I really enjoyed looking at this. It's not cluttered, and you can enjoy all their builds in their setting. The temple and the harbour scene, oh my god, that is good. Just perfect. Love the angles of it. The ship is great. The timber quayside, really good. This should be a LEGO set. regardless if you are a Middle-earth fan or not, this is one of the best mocks at the show. I think everyone can appreciate the detail, the work and the love gone into building this. It's just a shame that it's right down the end in the corner of the show. You could easily miss it when you go around. It's very accurate, and the way they've gone about representing the armies is very unique. It reminds me of the early versions of SimCity actually, or a bit like Minecraft as well. Not just all the key locations, but key scenes and battles are going on. It's full of life. The tower builds are outstanding. Mount Doom is outstanding. Definitely deserves a token of appreciation. This was a close contender actually for my best in show. I'm not a Tolkien mega fan, but I read the books and I know the movies, so certainly can attest to the attention to detail and the accuracy. It's so good. More cheese grommets. This is nuts. Where do you start? Pretty much every iconic part of the Wallace and Gromit world is represented around their house in West Wallaby Way. It's so good. The figures are so well done. The best thing to me is the railway. That scene in The Wrong Trousers is my favourite bit of all the movies, when Gromit's laying the track. The big Gromit is gear. Oh, just love it. The rocket, the were-rabbit bit. It's amazing. This display by Noldor Lego, wow, so much packed into a wee display. The snow effect is very well done, the build technique of the hill terrain, the bridge, it's great. Exo Force Golden Guardian build here. This is by James Kavanagh. What a build! Astounding me. Not cheap as well to amass so many gold lacquered parts, but it's the build techniques used to create this that are just next level. This is better than any Lego set could ever be of this. Check the engines. Nice. Definitely deserves a token, I think, so this gets one. I have so much admiration for this build. Wow. This may look familiar if you've been following LEGO ideas. There have been several submissions, and this is a recent one. It's sitting at 7,000 votes for Buffy the Vampire Slayer's library. All the key characters from the show. I love the PC on the table. A cute Formula 1 build here by Claire Wappett. A great way to display all the Micro F1 cars she's created. The teams with 2 cars each, of course. The track layout, the grid, it's cool. I really like the grandstand, populated by all manner of minifigures. The advertising banners along the edge of the track, though, they're a really nice touch. The pit lane there, I like that, the colour scheme with the teal and orange. It's just a really nice build. Check this beast out. What a cool space vessel, a red space truck. I love the retro look. This is built by Chris from Tartan Lug, who in the past has contributed to the new Hashima collab, and his mocks are fantastic. I love the cargo modules. That's definitely an Iron Brew one there in blue and orange. The Octane one is cool as well, and it's incorporated lights. I love this. It's really, really nice. Almost straight away I awarded a token to this build. It's another contender for me for best in show. I'm gonna murder the pronunciation, so this is just designed by, well, you saw the name, I'll call him Matty. New Micro Hashima, so a micro version based around the cyberpunk Hashima Cube cities. Wow, lots of wee references, the cyberpunk Ghost in the Shell, Akira, Blade Runner kind of idea. I love the Microscale. I also build a lot of Microscale cities myself, so I can really appreciate the challenge and the parts used to build this. And it's often deceiving just how many pieces go into something like this and how tricky it is. And he's built all these modules that create the towers, just like the full-scale version. It's super intricate, and that tall, curved habitat kind of tower with the gold bits on it really finishes the look. Well done, very well done. It's so unique. Sadly, I lost my other footage of this gorgeous series of artworks by Justina, using predominantly dots, 1x1 tiles. One of my favourite things in the show. I gave her a token. It's fantastic. The Miss Piggy and Kermit one was cool, but I really love the sushi and the divers. I mean, it's all great, and the patience to line up all those tiles. Wow, hats off to her. I really loved this. I bet you never thought you'd see a Duplo classic space monorail. How cool is this? And it's mega cute. The shuttle at the back ready to launch. Love that. And okay, look at this, a Battlestar Galactica build out of Duplo. That's so good. I wish I could have spent more time looking at this in person, but hey, I've got the video to look at it. It's stunning. It's a real treat for build techniques, landscaping, monsters, building. It's got everything. And those linear peaks at the back, what a build. Like, that is very well thought out and designed, and it just frames the whole scene so nicely. The serpent is fabulous, those green Mario tiles for the scales, wow, what a parts usage there, genius. And to get such a sharp curvature, it's magic. And the wavy water too, really good. The Scandinavian settlement, Norse inspired, the wooden structures, it's really nicely done. I love the wee path, and to have a great hall or longhouse in the middle at an angle, it's great. The small peak on the other side, kind of framing it in, you know, it's just so good. This is built by Brick Stage Pass and Hans Scotty, and as far as I know, they started building this in January for the show. How crazy is that? Definitely deserves a token for me. I absolutely love it. Well done to those two. Another really unique classic space build, this time using Ice Planet, which was 1993. I remember this, a really interesting sub-theme of the universe, sort of space theme, and this is built by Matt Hater. His Instagram is the 1000th Sun. Custom printed tiles as well on this. I love this layout. What's interesting is many of the vehicles and ships are custom ones, as well as some classic sets from the range, and it all fits seamlessly together. You wouldn't even know that some of them were kind of modern designs. That runway build in the center is cool. I love the ornithopter as well. And check out that drazzed up Entron vehicle. It looks awesome in Ice Planet livery. Lots of storytelling going on with the figures. Lego Rock Raiders drill under there, that's pretty special. They're being attacked by the UFO range. These are all classic sets from back in the day. Pretty serious collection here. What a great way to display it. The castle is cool, but the interior is really special on this. The lighting is perfect. I just love the huge volume of details in this. A proper medieval feast going on. That tiled floor looks great. Check out this wee room of treasure with the Chima lion head there. That's so cool. Really like this. And there's lots of storytelling going on upstairs on the rooftop here with the figures, and then outside a huge landscape with a battle scene. Very cool. It's amazing the sheer variety there is within the castle themes just on itself. And this here is exceptional as well. I really like the graduated depth of the water. This dragon creature is attached very nicely to the castle walls. It's so well done, that is. A few lights in this too, which really makes mocs like this stand out. That castle build is brilliant, using some parts from the Lion Knight's castle, but it's done so well. Those ships are all custom built. The hull design is fantastic. They're landing their forces on this beach, and that spiky fence design, that is brilliant. Reminds me of the forts in the Asterix comics. The whole mock is nicely laid out. The hill landscaping is well thought out. I like those boxes of ammunition there as well. Lights in the fire too. It's really nice. I think this is an outstanding castle mock. Now, we've seen an F1 grid, but this is a little bit bigger. It's actually enormous, and wow, I love the stud-free surface. It looks amazing with all these tiles. There's lots of information about this mock here. I wasn't able to get close enough to read much of it, but I know this is Silverstone, the home, of course, of the British Grand Prix. I like that truck at the back there, and the podium. Oh, that is cool. It was always busy here every single time I passed, so I just could not get up close to get any more footage, unfortunately. But it's really good. Lovely wee mosaics here. That bat is cool. Oh, and Grogu, very nice. Some lovely builds here. The Taylor Swift Eras Tour, that is a cool idea. The lights look really good. The dresses are brilliant. What a good idea. I couldn't believe it when I saw this. Oh my god. Yes, I love this game. It is, of course, Qbert. And wow, they have made this bang on, exactly correct, exactly like this. It really did look like that, the game. Well done. Classic town Lego layouts are really popular, and there are quite a few. I couldn't get over to the ones in the foyer, but wow, this one is brilliant. I love the cotton wool for the rocket. I've seen that before, but it's really nice to see it in person again. The trains are super fast, and that backdrop is super. This is a lovely layout, and all the classic sets on display here, brilliant. I like these car mocks. Makes me think of Dinky Toys, actually, you know, the kind of die-cast metal ones. Really nice display. A gorgeous build here. The train station, that cafe is great. I love all the small world building here. It's so wholesome, so friendly. It's a really nice layout by Johnny One Lego. And that little train, that's all you need. Just a little bit of train on the side. How cool is that? Very impressive spacecraft designs here. That shuttle on the landing pad, that is cool, man. All of these are just next level on parts, usage and design. I particularly like how they're all on landing pads too. Really nice. Fabuland's Tantive scene by Mikhail. I really enjoyed this. I can't stop laughing at it. It's so funny. It's really good. It's really good. Oh, mate. Oh, these Minecraft cubes are outstanding. To get the design on the outside like that, that's really, really good. I mean, it looks simple, but I'm pretty sure it's not. But the interiors, that is excellent. A lot of thought must have gone into this. And they're just fun. They're just fun to look at. I'm not even that into Minecraft, but that green and brown block in particular, I'd have that in my house. I love it. I'm a TNT. And don't be deceived into thinking this is easy to do. It's not at all. That furnace, oh, that's quality, man. Well done to Emily, Hannah, Kerry and Simon for these creations. Just brilliant. This is a bit mental too. All the Unikitty characters from the Unikitty TV show. A very underrepresented range of Lego for sure. I'm sure people have completely forgotten that even existed. Really nice builds. All those colours are just spot on. Looks great. It's not often quiet, and when it is, I was blethering to people and get a bite to eat. You know, there's no way to cover the whole show. There's loads of stuff I just missed or couldn't get close enough to look at all. The mosaic was pretty neat as well there. This huge railway layout by members of Brick Alley and LNUR, I think it is. It's one of the best. Unfortunately, I didn't get much footage. And this bonkers monorail was really nice. The big platform in the middle with all this cargo, it looks cool. But it was all the quirky train monorails that were so appealing. And this was a really busy display. People just watching trains go by. It's just a really interesting track because it was so sort of multi-layered and it went up on slopes. It's brilliant. Cal Kestis from Fallen Order, the Star Wars game. What a cool figure. This is superb. Some of the building techniques are awesome. Really nice details on the ships though. Those spaceships really cool. Lots of good colour usage. Not just grey, boring ships. This is Lamborghini Waffle Sauce, one of the absolute best Lego designers out there. Really cool to see this. I did leave my city unattended a few times to go and film, etc. People were kind of watching it, you know, so often though I come back and it's been so busy like this, it's a nice problem to have. I had a truly great response from LEGO fans and lots of lovely comments. Really nice to see that people enjoyed the city. I did wonder what this collab build would be this year. Last year it was Concord, so builders had to do their take on the set. I think the paddle steamer was a great choice. It's a very interesting set anyway, but to see these adaptations, wow, very impressive. That Pacific Islanders one is cool. The Mexican Death Festival one, if you can describe it as that. The One Piece Pirates. Botanicals. Noah's Ark, that's probably my favourite one. Castles. Amelia's Weather House. The ship is called Amelia, so that's where that name comes from. There's the cake. That is just so clever. And the original. This castle layout is something else, man. All the animations, so much work and thought has gone into this. Wow. The buildings are very nicely designed. I really like the scale too. No massive buildings, just lots of character and a range of colour choices. It's great. This was always busy as well, and I struggled to get a clear chance to come over and film. Just lots of kids just enjoying the animations. The windmill is one of my favourite bits of this. I wish I had one. I'm very tempted to get the instructions from Rebrickable for the C-3PO. He and the Admiral Akbar are my favourites. These are based on instructions by an Italian chap called Alberto, but there are a few original builds here by the designers. Now, I walked past Michael's display many times as it was near the entrance, but I never got a chance until late on the Sunday to actually look at it and get some filming done when it was a bit quieter. This is honestly one of the best displays. I ran out of tokens. I wish I'd given him one. I don't think it needs much description. All classic and iconic scenes from movies. Expertly done, great figures, most of them custom ones which you can buy. Very nice. I'm going to pinch the Zorg Fifth Element signage design for a mock I'm making just now. That is so good. Just a simple light, but it's brilliant, the design there. I'm sure you'll agree, outstanding, one of the best things at the show. I really enjoyed this display. And those aliens are terrifying in Lego form. I got a bunch of footage of my city for the last time, as I will be doing a new version of it when I get back, so it was fun to have it here and enjoy all the different views, especially from the back there. The mosaic is complete, a smart play one, nice. I was so late getting packed, my city is just very time consuming to put away. But I got it back. Played with the Wii one and had a rest. So tired, but now I have an empty room again, and I'm definitely doing a rethink with a new layout, but many of the same buildings. I have to manage the space a wee bit better. I am going to put up more shelves as well, but I'm just putting some sets in storage as I want to have less on display. I'm going to change the orientation of the table, so now it's like this, left to right kind of. I'm going to get these dusted, get this sorted out, and soon a new city will be planned. I hope you liked the tour. There were some incredible mocks, and if you had yours or someone you know's mock featured in my video, please put their channel or their Instagram or their name etc. in the comments along with the timestamp. I don't know everyone, I don't know lots of the builders. I try my best to reference people, but do name check them or yourself. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. I had a great time, and I'll see you next year at Bricktastic 2027.